Hello and welcome to day 63 of 100 Days of Bad Video. Today we're going to be talking about equilibration. So geek alert, I'm about to geek out. So here's your warning. With that being said, I originally was going to formulate this whole talk about equilibration from my experience that using equilibration when it came to having things equal or balanced. So the definition of equilibration, the first form that I was going to use was to bring into or keep in equilibrium or balance. And this is something that I use when I work with cryogenic food freezing equipment. We would freeze things, and to get an accurate temperature, we had to let it sit for a few seconds or a few minutes, depending upon, so it can equilibrate, because you got to think on the sides, things will freeze quicker. On the middle, it's different areas, and it depends upon how the freezer was actually running, what froze first, what froze second, the top, bottom. So once something came out, but we took temperatures as soon as it came out, but we would let it sit for a minute or two to equilibrate to get a more accurate temperature. Now, I know that's a whole lot, and I was going to formulate this whole talk around it, but in doing my research with equilibration, trying to get a little bit more information, I actually found that equilibration is actually used in the psychological realm also. I was like, ooh, that sounds nice. So let's find out what that's about. So when in the psychological realm, or equilibration psychology, is the concept of equilibration to describe how new information is balanced with existing knowledge. And you already know that truly piqued my interest. How new information is balanced with existing knowledge. So it's basically when we learn something new or getting new information, it seems hard. It comes across as being hard because we are in disequilibration at that moment. But over time, as we get better at it, as we learn more how to incorporate this new knowledge into our existing schema, once we learn that, now we come to equilibration. So it piqued my interest mainly because as you're going through this process, or I should say, as we're going through this process of reaching our purpose and searching for our purpose and working towards our purpose, there's going to be a lot of new information that we're going to come across. And we're going to have to be able to fit that new information into our existing knowledge. How we incorporate that is we can go from disequilibration to equilibration. And usually when people incorporate new information, it's based off of past experiences. So you may interpret something one way based off of your past experience, and it may be a little bit off, or it actually may also be wrong. So we have to make sure as we are incorporating new information into our existing knowledge, make sure that we're not transforming that information to fit our own schemas. And if you don't know schemas, what a schema is, of course, it's a psychological term. And the definition of a schema is the generalization of past experience that forms a scripted pattern of thought. So it can form a scripted pattern of thought. So if it's already scripted, now we're trying to input information in that script. We're trying to make it fit. Sometimes it fits seamlessly, and sometimes it doesn't fit at all. The key is recognizing that, I'm learning something new. How does this fit into what I'm thinking? And even as I was preparing for this talk, I really had to zone in and hone in on exactly how I wanted to say things, exactly how I wanted to present this, because my mind went to several different ways on how to present the schema, how to present the equilibration and disequilibration. And I'm like, I actually see what they're talking about, because my scripted patterns of thought said, oh, you should put it here, or you should put it here. This is how it's going to fit in. And I had to stop and pause a moment and really think it through. What am I learning? How does this, first of all, what is it truly saying? And then next, how does this fit into what I already know? And now I'm able to put that in and go from disequilibration to equilibration, because now it fits, this new information fits into my existing knowledge. So that's a quick talk on Equilibrium. Hope I didn't geek out too much. And if I did, I'm not going to say sorry because I'm going to do it again at some point. But with that being said, there's only one thing left to say. Life gives you two choices. You can either run with the big dogs or you can stay on the porch with the pups. My name is Aaron Allen, and I choose to run with the big dogs. See you out there running.